Hello, this is our third lesson video. I want to start by saying one of the most important principles to keep in mind at the beginning of the video. Boxing is a combination of defense and offense working together. We can't deal with the other person by only defending, or we can't beat the opponent by only attacking. Offense and defense have to work together in an intertwined way. So, we can't get rid of an attacking opponent by constantly running away or distancing ourselves. Also, the second important principle is that our toes should always point towards our opponent. We cannot get rid of our opponent by turning sideways or turning our backs. On the contrary, we put ourselves in more danger. The third principle emerges from these two principles. There must be a distance between us and our opponent at which we can defend and attack. We haven't moved on to punching yet, because without these fundamentals, punching will have no positive effect. In this lesson, we will focus on the principles of mutual movement between two athletes. Boxing is the art of understanding the opponent and determining the most appropriate move. Now, let's start our lesson in the light of these principles. When opponents move left and right in fights, they usually do not move on a straight axis. This movement is often circular. As we just said, it is essential to learn to attack and defend at a certain distance and to keep the distance. Now, as in our other videos, we are going to explain the reciprocal movements with two athletes, one orthodox and one southpaw. It is not important your opponent is southpaw or orthodox. We are just showing both sort of the guards. Our athletes are in full body guard at the distance they need to be. First of all, the orthodox athlete will take a step forward, a step backward, a circular step to the right, and a circular step to the left, and the southpaw athlete will adapt to these movements. The orthodox athlete will move forward on command 1, backward on command 2, right on command 3, and left on command 4. We will continue by explaining each movement. 1. In this command, we see that when the orthodox athlete moves forward, the southpaw athletes take a step backward. 2. In this command, we see the orthodox athlete going backward and the southpaw athlete taking a step forward. We draw the following conclusion from the forward and backward movements. We will not break the distance between us and the opponent to defend and attack. I'm not talking about deliberately distorted distance. If the distance between you and the opponent is distorted, you are naturally less likely to be attacked. But you can't attack either. So you need to learn not to break this distance. 3. Yes, as you can see, the orthodox athlete extends his right foot to the right side while turning his ankle and stepping in such a way that his toes point towards his opponent. In the same way, the southpaw athlete extends his right foot to the right in a circular axis while rotating his ankle so that his toes point towards his opponent. From this, we draw the following conclusion. Our toes will always point to our opponent. 4. The same principles apply here. As you can see, the opponents take a circular step to the left with their toes pointing at each other and complete the movement. Now let's see how the athlete who can't adapt to the opponent's turn will fall into despair. With the command 3, athlete A will take a circular step to the right, while athlete B will take a step to the right without turning his ankle and not pointing his toes towards his opponent. 3. As can be seen here, athlete A will be in a position to easily execute cross and left jab attacks, while athlete B will not even be able to dodge. So let's reiterate the rules we set at the beginning of the video. Boxing is a combination of defense and offense working together. In order for the defense and attack to be done in the healthiest way, our toes should be pointing to our opponent and we should be at the right distance. Yes, now we move on to practice in order to understand the work better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to the second exercise. We will take 3 steps in each direction. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Now we change the roles of the athletes who initiates the movement and adapt. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Now without any more commands, our athletes will try to do the movement harmoniously. First of all, athlete A will take 5 steps in the directions he wants, while athlete B will adapt to him. Then athlete B will take 5 steps in the desired direction, while athlete A will follow suit. One anecdote again. Athletes should not break the principles of step when making mutual turns. As we mentioned in our previous lesson, the legs should never form a cross shape. Let's show this mistake in practice. As you can see, the athlete whose feet are crossed, as we mentioned in our last lesson, is in a helpless situation. Yes, we have come to the end of our third lesson. We will actively use the principles we have learned in this lesson in all our work in the future. In addition, we never break the rules of starting the movement with the back foot, that is, the step principle that we mentioned in our previous lesson while practicing this lesson. In the next lesson, we will start punching with the movement. This time we will again realize the importance of the step principles and the necessity of pushing with the back foot while moving forward. I wish you success in your studies.